a photographer with a unique background and a unique set of talents.
You see the owls being born or hatched. You're seeing fox born and grow and have fun and play.
From sometimes gruesome crime scenes to amazing scenes of beauty, nature photographer Tim Brandenburg shows us how he changed the focus of his life as he takes us to the heart of his story.
And then this one here, most people will probably remember, Bruno the bear. I tracked him for 3 days as he came through during COVID. And so I do a whole host of different images here in that regards. I also do greeting cards, have an assortment from around the United States.
These days, landscape and wildlife photographer Tim Brandenburg focuses on the natural beauty of this world. But it was a different kind of world that got him interested in taking photos.
Oddly enough, my previous history, my life in my earlier world, I was a police officer, and I got the option to train for crime scene work. So back in the day, we could apply with the FBI, and we would be able to go to the Quantico, and they'd condense semesters into weeks, and you go out there for 2-3 weeks at a time, and then 2 to 3 times a year, and then over a period of a couple of years, you'd get your classes done and get your certifications to do crime scene work and photography. So that's how I pretty much got me really interested in photography.
Yeah, so you were interested in the composition, so it was just the overall capturing images that were important?
Well, yeah, it's very similar to now, but there we wanted to tell a story because we were providing evidence to a jury and to a judge and to lawyers of what we were investigating. So you had to make sure you had things captivated, showing shadows, bloodstains and burn marks, and just a whole host of different things that you'd come across in the crime scene world, and we had to tell that story through photography.
After decades of telling those stories, he decided it was time to capture different kinds.
A friend of mine, suggested I shoot some weddings, so I shot his daughter's wedding. We opened a studio for 15 years and did everything from weddings to captivating a first-year birth of a baby's life.
That led to focusing on babies in the wild, like these newly hatched great horned owls he helped me discover for the very first time. And the difference between the years of doing crime scene photography and then capturing the beauty of nature, there must be a healing of some kind there.
There is, especially this time of year. We're dealing with new birth. You see the owls being born or hatched. You're seeing fox born and grow and have fun and play. Eagles, when they come in the winter months, we get to see them fishing, and they're such an exuberant, such a beautiful animal to watch. It never gets old.
And when you see a child or even an adult lock onto one of your images and see a change in their face, what's that like for you?
It's rewarding. You captivate something that caught their interest, and then they start asking, if you happen to be here, they'll ask you questions. How long it take you to get that picture? And a lot of times people see a picture and they think, oh, that's pretty good. They might not realize that you were there for 2 days or 10 hours or whatever it might be, or you go on this trip. So then after they hear that, then they really appreciate more of what you put in to get that image to lock in and put it on a canvas.
Yeah. What is the best part of what you do?
For me, it's, especially as I've gotten older, it's just being able to see the beauty of our society, because there's so much negative out there in the normal world if you don't listen to the good stuff. And so it's able the rewarding part is you're out there witnessing the beauty of what we do have to embrace, and it kind of overrides some of the negativity that we deal with.
Similar to me, I was a news guy, and we see a lot behind the scenes that people don't know about, similar to your police work. And now I share positive stories of people like you, and you share positive images with the rest of the world.
Exactly. I mean, you rode with me a day, and we went out and we got to see some owls, and so it's nice doing that together, where before we might not be in such a pleasant dynamics of what we were doing for our living back in our earlier years.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. You think you'll do this for for as long as you can?
As long as I can, yeah. I mean, I know there's some guys out there that are in their 80s still doing it. They might not be able to hike to some of the locations that they would like to, but you sit down with them and they share some of their stories and some of their things that they captured, and you say, I need to do that too before one day I can't do it.
Yeah, we start getting lighter tripods and easier to carry gear, right?
Exactly. Unfortunately, in today's world, they are making lighter cameras. I remember my first camera was a monster, and you take that big lens out on a hike, it was a workout. Yeah. And unfortunately, those big lenses have gone down in weight and size. That makes it a little more easier to do.
So you'll just keep on clicking?
Keep on clicking as long as I can.
You can see his work on his Facebook page or check it out at his gallery on Brady Street in Davenport, Iowa. Thanks to our sponsors, Peterson Plumbing and Heating, QCA Pools and Spas, and Morrison Community Hospital.